Are you feeling unsure about your relationship? Sometimes it's hard to tell if someone truly cares or if they're just using you for their own benefit. In this video, we'll look at 6 signs that might point to you being used by a woman. And trust me, you don't want to ignore them. From subtle clues to more obvious red flags, we're covering it all, starting with the less obvious signs and building up to the biggest, most important ones you absolutely need to pay attention to. It's easy to miss these signs when you're caught up in emotions, but knowing them can save you from heartbreak and wasted time. Stay with us until the end, because the final sign is the one you definitely don't want to overlook. If you want to protect yourself from being taken advantage of, hit that subscribe button, and share this video with anyone who might need to see it. Let's get into these 6 signs and make sure you're not being used without realizing it. Number 6. The always in the back seat syndrome. When you're in a relationship, your time, feelings, and efforts should matter. But if you're always in the back seat, you're left feeling like you don't truly have a place in her world. This sign is one of the hardest to spot because it often starts small. At first, it might seem like she's simply busy with her own life, but over time, you realize that you're constantly taking a passive role in the relationship. Whether it's deciding where to go, what to do, or even what to talk about, you're always following her lead. You end up giving more of yourself, and she hardly reciprocates. You start making all the plans, or even when she does suggest something, it's clear she doesn't care whether you enjoy it. You're left constantly adjusting to her wants and needs while your own desires are put on hold. A healthy relationship involves mutual effort and understanding. If you're constantly putting her first and feel like you're just a bystander, it's time to evaluate your position. No relationship should make you feel invisible or sidelined, no matter how much you care for the other person. Number 5. The only when it's convenient pattern. Do you find that she only reaches out when it's convenient for her? Maybe she only contacts you when she's bored, lonely, or needs a favor. This pattern is a strong indication that you're being used. Relationships should have a sense of consistency and commitment. If you're constantly waiting for her to make the first move, or if the only time she shows interest is when she needs something, it's a sign that she's not genuinely invested in you. This behavior can often go unnoticed because it can seem like she's simply busy or that she's in her own world. However, when you break it down, you'll realize that you're only hearing from her when it's convenient. Maybe you're the one she turns to when no one else is around, or when she needs a shoulder to cry on. Healthy relationships involve regular communication, respect, and a genuine desire to be there for each other. If you're constantly putting in the effort and she only responds when it's convenient for her, you're likely just a convenience in her life, not a priority. Number 4. The ghosting game. Ghosting can be one of the most painful experiences in a relationship. One moment, everything seems fine, and the next, she disappears without a trace. Whether it's a few hours or days, her sudden silence can leave you feeling confused and hurt. Ghosting is a huge red flag, especially if it happens repeatedly. When someone truly cares about you, they will take the time to check in, communicate, and make an effort to stay connected. However, if you find that she keeps disappearing without explanation, only to return when it's convenient for her, you might be dealing with someone who's using you for emotional support, attention, or other needs without giving you the same respect in return. You deserve someone who is consistent and present in your life, not someone who pops in and out when they feel like it. Ghosting is a tactic that some people use to avoid conflict or to keep control of the relationship. It's a clear sign that you are not a priority in her life. Number 3. The empty promises trap. Empty promises can leave you feeling emotionally drained and uncertain. At the start of the relationship, she might promise that things will change, or that she will make more of an effort. Maybe she tells you that things will get better, or that she's working on herself. But after each promise, there's no real action. The promises might seem genuine at the time, but after a while, you begin to realize that she's just saying the words to placate you. Empty promises keep you hooked without giving you anything substantial in return. She might promise to spend more time with you, to listen more, or even to make changes in her behavior. But when the time comes to act, nothing changes. You're left feeling like you're waiting for something that will never happen. This behavior is often used by people who don't want to upset you, but aren't actually willing to make the effort needed for a healthy relationship. A healthy relationship involves trust and action. If the promises are always empty, it's a sign that you're being strung along without ever receiving the respect and commitment you deserve. Number 2, the one-sided effort dilemma. In a healthy relationship, both people should put in effort. But when it's one-sided, you start feeling like you're the only one trying. Maybe you're the one making all the plans, checking in, and offering support, but she doesn't seem to be putting in the same level of effort. One-sided effort can be emotionally exhausting because you start feeling like you're constantly giving while not receiving much in return. You might feel like you're always the one reaching out, making things work, and trying to solve problems. She might show up when it's convenient, but rarely reciprocates your energy or time. Over time, this will leave you feeling drained and unappreciated. Relationships should be a two-way street, where both partners put in equal effort to make things work. If you're constantly the one trying, it might be a sign that she's using you and doesn't truly value your time or energy. Number 1, the emotional ATM reality. The final most significant sign that you're being used is when you feel like an emotional ATM. She only reaches out when she needs something, whether it's a shoulder to cry on, advice, or emotional validation. But when you need support or care, she's nowhere to be found. You might feel like she's constantly taking, but never giving back. This can be especially painful because it leaves you emotionally exhausted, feeling like you're always there for her, but she never reciprocates. In this situation, your emotional well-being is at risk. You're always providing her with the emotional support she needs, but when it's your turn to be vulnerable, she isn't there for you. It's important to realize that relationships should involve mutual care and empathy. If you're only valued for the emotional support you provide, you're being used for your emotional energy, not your whole self. If this continues, you might feel resentful, lonely, and emotionally drained. It's essential to recognize this pattern early, as it can have a significant impact on your mental health and well-being. You deserve to be in a relationship where both partners are emotionally supportive and where both of you feel heard, valued, and cared for equally. So after going through these 6 signs, it's clear that being used in a relationship can leave you feeling drained and confused. If you've noticed any of these patterns, now is the time to take a step back and reassess. It's not easy, but recognizing these behaviors is the first step toward protecting yourself from emotional manipulation and one-sided relationships. Remember, a healthy relationship should be built on mutual respect, effort, and care. You should feel valued and heard, not just like someone's backup plan or emotional support when it's convenient. If you see these signs in your current situation, it might be time to have a tough conversation or even walk away. No one deserves to be used, no matter how much they care for the other person. The road to healthier relationships starts with awareness. The more you understand these signs, the better prepared you'll be to make choices that protect your happiness. Don't ignore your feelings or let yourself be put on the back burner. Trust yourself and remember that you are worthy of real love and support. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay informed about the signs and behaviors that can make or break your relationships. Like and share this video with someone who might need to hear this. Sometimes, just being aware of these signs can change the course of someone's relationship for the better. Stay strong and don't let anyone treat you like an afterthought. Your time and feelings matter.